Thank you for tuning back into the Rucker Show. And today we have actor Omar Epps to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Omar is best known as Dr. Eric Foreman on the television show House, but I remember him mostly from Juice. That was one of my favorites, The Wood, Loving Basketball, and most recently, you got a movie now that's headed to Blu-ray, Traffic. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Traffic is stars myself, Paula Patton, Laz Alonso, Rosalind Sanchez. It's a really great film, man. It's about a group of people who are just having a weekend getaway, and things take a turn that they can't anticipate. And the undertone of the film deals with the issue of human trafficking, which is what drew me to the piece, to shine a light on that issue.
Okay. But man, I've been a fan for a long time, but I'm even more of a fan now of the fact that me and you got a lot in common. We grew up we had a rough life, becoming fathers, and wanted to give our kids what we didn't have. Talk about your book. You know, you're an author now, Fatherless and to Fatherhood. Tell me about that.
Yeah, from Fatherless to Fatherhood. I grew up without a father, and being a father, you kind of don't have a blueprint. I had some really solid father figures in my life, but the book came from, I had a moment with my son a few years ago, which caused me to question whether growing up fatherless had somehow crept into my fatherhood. And so I began this exploration of self to, I guess, unpack my journey in this life. And midway through, I realized, hey, wow, maybe my story could be used as a tool of inspiration to others. So that's what fueled me to finish out. And, now we're here for Fatherless to Fatherhood.
Now, tell the audience, not growing up without a father, how did you become not just a good dad, but a great dad to your child?
We're works in progress. You're figuring it out as you go, and obviously all family structure can be different, but, I knew essentially what not to do, but you figure it out along the way, and I believe that parenthood in general, but specifically fatherhood, happens in phases, and I'm very transparent with my kids in that way. Like, my oldest now is 19, so I'll tell her, hey, I've never been the father of a 19-year-old, so I'm figuring this part out the same way you're figuring out me at 19. But it's a journey, and a lot of the things that I reflect on in the book and talk about is about activating. You gotta be active. You gotta be present in your child's life, and we've made a lot of strides as a community in the issue of fatherhood, but we got a long way to go because there's still a lot of cats that's slacking, and we can't accept that. It's been normalized, and we have to, if it's a word, denormalize that. Cats that are not around taking care of their kids.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people, a lot of fathers make excuses that they have to work, they have to do all the things. Now, with your intense schedule, how do you make time to build a bond with your children?
Yeah, you got to find that balance. Anyone who's a working parent, I think that's the biggest challenge is the time. It's with so many hours in a day. So, for me, I just try to find it, and making that time for the kids, or it's like I'm doing this show Shooter now on USA Network. It's great because it films here in Los Angeles, so I don't have to be in a different state or something like that working. So that makes it a lot easier. But you just got to make the time, and you got to want to do it. You chose to have these kids. That's a lifelong commitment. So, what you want to have the kid for if you don't want to be in their life?
Exactly. Now, another thing, in your book, you mentioned about guiding and teaching a child how to be a loving and honest and respectful person. What are some of the ways that you teach your children how to do that?
It's about permeating good it's about, and that starts with honesty. They got to be honest with themselves and just to be respectful to people. I always tell them, you never know what someone is coming from or carrying on their soul. So just be kind and gentle with people as you walk about. And, I'm proud of my kids. They all, it's 3 different kids, so they have 3 different personalities. But, I believe those things start in the home. Whatever the home situation may be. But, putting these children out into the world, you want them to, be a representation of themselves and just be good people at the end of the day.
Yeah, good. That's good. One last thing. Where can people buy the book?
Oh, the book is available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and Lulu.com, LULU.com. But most people know Amazon, so you definitely get it there.
Thank you, man. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out to give us a call this morning, tell the people about your book. Good luck on that traffic, and good hearing from you, man. Be blessed.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.